The most important factor in bringing about a manifestation from the non-physical quantum realm into reality is achieving the feeling of having already experienced what you're bringing into the physical realm. This feeling can be most easily described as the feeling of gratitude, peace, fulfillment, ease, love, joy, and completion. When a part of our body needs healing or rebalancing, and especially when there's pain involved, it's nearly impossible for a normal person to feel or hold gratitude or peace while experiencing physical discomfort or, worse yet, agonizing pain. In this video, I'm going to share the techniques that I've developed and used to heal myself. Hey Divine Creators, welcome back, or welcome if this is your first time. My name's Jason and I make videos to help you discover the infinite potential within yourself to create the life of love, fulfillment, abundance, and well-being that you truly deserve. If you like content like that, please tap on that subscribe button down below, and also please hit the notification bell to be notified of upcoming videos when they come out. Having healed myself of over 50 things from small to big through consciousness exclusively, meaning I didn't see a doctor or take medications, and in many cases, I didn't take supplements either. The range of things I've healed, which I think I'll make a separate video on detailing the things I've healed, include small things like pimples, not just normal pimples, but what they call blind pimples, which usually take me 2 to 3 weeks to get rid of, which I can now get rid of in just 7 to 8 hours. Really scary symptoms from back trauma caused by extreme sports, which range from headaches that lasted over 3 months at a time, stabbing pains, pain while swallowing, stiff necks that would last for 2 weeks, which I can get rid of in about 4 hours now, to broken bones, cavities, growing taller after 30, crazy tooth infections, the flu, and even in 12 hours. I literally had a 104-degree fever that I brought down to 100 in 2.5 hours by just meditating. These are some of the things that I've healed. First, I'd like to talk about why the body breaks down, or why we experience body imbalances or even accidents or physical trauma in our lives. If you can appreciate the idea that everything in this physical world that seems solid to us is actually energy, which science and quantum physics is now proving, then you can understand that from this energetic point of view, the cells in our bodies, the tissues, organs, the air we breathe, the trees around us, and everything else is a form of energy. This includes our thoughts and our emotions, which can just be seen as a physical manifestation of our thoughts, as emotions are felt viscerally as a physical feeling in our body. The universe is a great manager of all the energy on this planet and other planets and galaxies. If you go deeper, you'll understand that we are all, in essence, just fragments of the universe, creator. We are the universe in physical form, just seemingly in separate bodies. But if you were to take a look at everything through a subatomic lens, which takes you down to the particle level, like protons, neutrons, electrons, etc., you would just see a bunch of particles and atoms mixed in together. And from that perspective, everything is clearly connected. When we have negative emotions caused by negative thoughts, we constrict our energy. For example, when we're fearful, we shrink and withhold our energy. When we're depressed or sad or worried or unworthy, we do the same thing. Our energy contracts and we don't feel like giving our energy, whether it's time, advice, conversation, hugs. On an energetic level, this indicates to the universe that we aren't enjoying our experience, or we've shut ourselves off from experiencing what we truly deserve. So the universe can't send us any more life force, which, let me tell you, a secret, is love. In order for us to energetically renew ourselves and sustain our physical form. This is the root cause of all disease and traumatic events and pretty much all of the so-called problems and suffering we experience. Because we're fragments of the infinite one creator and the basic energy of the one creator is love, if we shut ourselves off from that vibration, which includes the emotions of joy, gratitude, fulfillment, peace, harmony, etc., which are all in similar vibration to love, then we're in a way telling the universe that we're not enjoying our lives. And that can serve as another signal to the universe that maybe you don't want to be here. Therefore, the infinite intelligent energy that creates worlds, that gives you exactly what you focus on, begins to give you an exit strategy, which usually starts off with imbalances in the body like tension, headaches, stomach problems, insomnia, etc., which, if not taken care of energetically or by changing your thoughts and feelings, can progress into more serious and chronic problems, including traumatic events and accidents that cause bodily injury. So if we're able to keep our negative thoughts and emotions in check, we will also keep our bodies functioning at optimal levels, and we would always be healthy and safe. The breakdown of our bodies and sickness are all something that we create. So knowing that bit is super helpful, because if you can manifest an imbalance in the body, you can also manifest a balanced, healthy body. So this brings us to the reason why you clicked on this video and to the techniques that I've used over and over again to heal myself of all the things I had created for myself. Notice the times you're feeling well. The easiest and probably most practical entry point to healing anything is to flip your focus from noticing the times you're feeling well instead of noticing the times you're feeling ill. As humans living in an upside down society, it's pretty common for us to only notice things and give our attention to it when whether it is a situation in our lives or a pain in our body that needs balancing, we're so used to taking things for granted and only pay attention when something is off or hurting. For example, you don't ever notice that your back feels good and strong, and probably wouldn't ever give gratitude for your healthy back until your back starts hurting, and then you just keep noticing that your back hurts.
My back!
By flipping this habit of only paying attention when things are in need of attention, we can heal our body much, much, much faster. For example, when I broke my arm a couple years ago, I was in excruciating pain for the rest of that day when I broke my arm. But when I went to bed that night, as I was laying there still and my arm was resting on the soft mattress while I was meditating, I had a moment where my arm felt normal and I felt no pain. I immediately started giving gratitude for the pain relief and kept thanking the universe for healing my arm and giving gratitude and affirming to myself that my arm felt good right now, and kept saying thank you. I did this over and over again for about 45 minutes to an hour, and the pain in my arm really began to subside some. It came back in the morning, but then I would keep going back to that moment from the night before, and I would give gratitude for that 1 hour that my arm was painless. And as I did that, there would be moments during the day when my arm would feel pretty good, and whenever it felt good, I would notice those moments intensely and give all my attention and gratitude for those moments. I ended up meditating for 2 to 3 hours for about 5 days following my skating accident, and by day 7, the bruising that pretty much covered my whole upper arm completely vanished. I started doing push-ups not long after that, probably a day after that, and I was stand-up paddleboarding about 3 weeks later. The only thing I used aside from my meditation was an arm brace and an occasional self-massage of my elbow. But each moment of relief I had, I would milk the feelings of peace and gratitude that my arm was feeling better. And as it got better and better, I amped up the gratitude for the improvement. At first, my arm literally felt like it was going to fall off. And every time I was able to use it somewhat, I would give gratitude for being able to use it. It's important to consider that when we're having any kind of body imbalance, the symptoms usually don't span the entire day. So take notice of those moments that you feel better or feel no symptoms at all, and really make an effort to milk those moments and take a mental and, most importantly, an emotional snapshot of those moments. Take a snapshot of how you feel so that you can use that during your times of meditation. And to really speed this process up, make sure you meditate as much as possible using those feelings so you can get into that feeling and stay in that feeling for extended periods to really heal fast. This brings us to the second method that works miracles, and that is to love your body, and especially the part of your body that isn't feeling well. This is, of course, a more advanced technique, but with the logic I'm about to lay out for you, plus practice, you may find this technique to be the only one you use. I've used this technique to get rid of in 12 hours, including bringing my 104 fever down to 100 in just 2.5 hours of meditation. I also used this to get rid of my cough in about 8 or 9 hours. Just like we're programmed to notice the times that we aren't feeling well as opposed to the times that we are feeling well, we're programmed to feel frustration and even disgust with our body when it's not feeling well. A normal person with back problems will almost definitely be cursing their back constantly and probably telling themselves and their family and friends how their damn back is keeping them from doing the things they enjoy doing. This is the best way to ensure that your body, and in this case, your back, will never heal and probably decline further. The cells in your body are constantly listening to you via your thoughts and emotions. Each emotion prompts your body to produce different chemicals and hormones, proteins, etc., that will either help restore it or further break it down. And again, the reason your body begins to break down isn't because of time or age, it's because of stress and negative thoughts, which equal emotional suffering, which disallows the body from replicating cells according to the perfect blueprint in our DNA. The emotion and feelings of love, gratitude, and joy, peace, fulfillment, etc., allows the proper function of cell replication and will greatly facilitate the healing of your body. Imagine your cells, which make up your body, as being your best friends in the entire world, or your family, maybe your kids or brother or sister who you're extremely close to. I mean, they're literally a part of you. So imagine your brother or family member isn't feeling well. Would you curse them every time you saw them, or tell them how much you hated them? Or would you be the nicest you've ever been to them and take care of them and shower them with your compassion and love? This is a good way to look at the way you treat your body that's in need of love and care. By telling your body, and especially the part of your body that needs healing, you love it constantly through the day. You're showing your body your appreciation and letting it know that you care and want it to feel well. You can literally affirm and talk to your body or body part, whether it's your arm or teeth, back, stomach, whatever part needs love, and keep saying in your mind or out loud, I love you, arm, or I love you, teeth and gums, and keep saying it over and over until you start to really feel that love come over you and warm your stomach and your heart center. And just keep doing this throughout the day, even if that part of your body is hurting. That's when you know that it needs even more love. When my lungs and throat were itchy and I could feel a cough coming on, I would say in my mind, I love you, throat. I love you, lungs. Even if you have to cough, I still love you no matter what. And after holding that feeling for about 30 seconds to a minute, the feeling of needing to cough would go away 80% of the time. And every time it came back, I would do the same thing until it completely just went away in literally under a day. I've done this with a tooth infection, back and neck pain, and pretty much everything I've healed in the past couple of years. Love really is the binding force behind all things and is the essence of the Creator. And by calling up that feeling of love, you're directing yourself back to your true essence, because we're all essentially made of love. To take this process one step further, once you start feeling the love you have for your body, you can then use that feeling of love and start to imagine that you are completely healed. The biggest obstacle to our healing is resistance to our condition, the pushing up against of our imbalance, cursing it, being frustrated, etc. But by simply loving that part of your body, you destroy and break through all of that resistance and open up a portal into which you can begin the healing process, which always starts energetically with your thoughts and emotions first before it can manifest into physicality. When you feel love for your body as is without needing it to change in order for you to express and feel that love, you're powerfully stepping into a space of healing because you no longer want anything. You're fulfilled already in that very moment. As with the previous technique, it's important to turn this process into a regular meditation so you can stay in this vibration for extended periods of time to really move the process of healing along quickly. Dealing with pain is probably the most common indicator of any bodily imbalance. When you're feeling pain, you know that something is off, and the pain calls out for your attention. It's probably the biggest hurdle to any healing process because every time you notice the pain, you remember that you don't feel well. And when you remember you don't feel well, you're focusing on the problem and not the solution. The best way to rid yourself of the pain is to rise above it. There are a couple ways you can do that. One technique that I've used over and over again is to practice feeling another part of your body when the pain arises. You can put all your focus into your hand or your feet or any part of your body that feels well, or start taking deep, controlled breaths. This will detract your focus and awareness away from the pain, and if you do this repeatedly, the pain will lessen and in some cases go away completely for moments at a time. During these times when you're feeling relief, you can start to give gratitude for the improved feeling and hold that gratitude for as long as you can and rinse and repeat when the pain comes back again. An even more powerful way to distract yourself from the pain is to feel the space around you. I like to imagine that the empty space around me is filled with water and that the water is touching and caressing each and every part of my body. I go deeply into the void of the space around me and sometimes even project my energy out into the space as a feeling. This works as a great distraction from any discomfort I have and allows me to ease the pain, which is always an indicator that the body is healing, since we equate pain with imbalances and feelings of comfort with wellness. So when your body hurts less, you automatically feel like you're healing, and you are. So you can also practice loving the pain, not in a masochistic way, but more so in a compassionate, loving way, telling your body that you love it and that it's okay and everything is fine. Pain management is crucial in the healing process. A really good entryway into practicing pain management is by practicing itch management. Itchiness and pain are very similar in that they're both seemingly uncontrollable sensations in the body. If you've ever had a mosquito bite, which I'm sure each and every one of you have had, you'll know what I mean. The itchiness is almost uncontrollable and unbearable in some ways, and it can definitely cause some mild emotional suffering. It's also pretty apparent that when we do have an itch, which is always an inflammatory reaction in the skin, the more you scratch it, the itchier it gets. Next time you have a wicked itch somewhere, see if you can practice feeling another part of your body and putting your attention there with all your intensity, or feel the space around you, or start taking deep breaths. And you'll notice after a few moments, now it might take a minute or more, the itch starts to subside. When you practice this enough and perfect it, you can then use the same process for pain, which will help you heal yourself much faster. So I hope this video helped give you some direction in how to heal yourself exponentially faster. We have amazing capabilities in self-healing, and anyone can do this. It just takes practice and repetition, and most of all, experience. The more you do this, the more confidence you'll have in your own ability to heal, and the faster you'll be able to heal. I believe that one day we can heal nearly instantly. Things that used to take a week to heal now take me less than half a day, and one day that will turn into a couple hours. I just know it. If you liked this video and it helped you in any way, please make sure to drop a like and a comment. If you haven't subscribed yet and would like to see more videos like this, please feel free to tap on that subscribe button down below and make sure you hit that notification bell so you can be notified of upcoming videos. Again, my name's Jason. As always, I thank you for watching, and remember that you are the change. See you guys next time.